speaking of new music, I got to hear the new Devil Wears Prada album early. It's called Color Decay. It's a
Word.
little unexpected, I think. Because
Really?
you think of Devil Wears Prada, you think it's going to be super heavy, right? It's not that heavy. It's kind of softer. There's still heavy parts. It still feels like Devil Wears Prada. But if you're expecting like the Zombie EP or With Roots Above, this probably is not the album for you. It's kind of more like if you compared it to when Bring Me the Horizon did That's the Spirit, that's what this album feels like.
Oh,
And to
really?
me, that's a pretty cool twist. It's kind of like what you're saying. They're kind of like evolving as a band. And for me personally, I haven't liked a Devil Wears Prada album, like a full album, since 818, which came out almost 10 years ago. So
honestly, I have not like I love that band. Like they're definitely they have my heart, you know, like their legacy band. But since I was in high school, I haven't really cared to sit and just like binge. If I listen to them now, unless it's just a single, I usually just put on With Roots Above or Plagues, pretty much. You know what I mean? So I feel that. But honestly, I really liked That's the Spirit. I mean, like at first, I remember like the first one I was like everyone, I'm just like, oh, what the fuck? And then I actually listened to it, and I listened to it a lot. And it was one of those things that just like ended up on my phone when I was going to college. So I heard it all the time. You know, I'd get in my car and it would just start playing, and I'm like, this is actually really sick. So it's probably something that will grow on me.
That's kind of the exact interaction I had with this album, because the first time I listened to it, I was like, huh, not what I was expecting, kind of threw me off. But then I went to go listen to it again to like properly review it for the podcast. And I was like, man, this is actually really good. I was like, damn, like it's definitely one of those albums, like the more you play it, the kind of better it gets. Like it flows really well as a record, which I think is a big problem in music today, is that people don't write records. They write just songs and throw them together.
Yeah.
And this definitely feels like a record. So favorite record songs are Salt, Sacrifice, and 25. 25 is like a really slow song. So just a forewarning for that. But the record drops on September 16th on Solid State Records. Again, that's Devil Wears Prada with Color Decay. So check that out.